Okay, good afternoon, bowling fans, and welcome to ABC East Lanes for the finals of the second event and the second singles major of the PJBT's 26th season. It's time to introduce our 6 finalists in each division who will be competing in 2 shootouts, and then the remaining bowler will take on our top seed for the title. Okay? Starting with the scratch division, our number 6 seed from Dunkirk, Maryland, Amber Benson. Also bowling in the first shootout, our number 5 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Van Jones.
Van Jones! Woo!
Also competing in the first shootout, our number 4 seed from Millsboro, Delaware, Ryan Lang. Winner of that first shootout will advance to the second shootout to take on our number 3 seed from Essex, Maryland, Cameron Bennett. And also competing in the second shootout, our number 2 seed from Middletown, PA, Cameron Weggert. And the winner of that second shootout will take on our tournament leader at plus 238 for 9 games from Phoenix, Maryland, Nick Trentler. Let's have a nice hand for our 6 scratch finalists for today. All right, now it's time to introduce our 6 handicap finalists. Our number 6 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Gary Leonard Jr. In the first shootout, also competing our number 5 seed from Mechanicsburg, PA, Maggie Lawyer. And also competing in the first shootout, our number 4 seed from York, PA, Evan Hawkins. All right, winner of that first shootout will advance to the second shootout to take on our number 3 seed from Laurel, Delaware, Riley White. And also competing in the second shootout, our number 2 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Josh Len. And the winner of that second shootout will take on our tournament leader at plus 227 from Hanover, PA, Stevie Newton. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 6 handicap finalists for today. All right, bowlers, we will begin the first of 2 shootouts. All right.
Isn't this fresh?
did you say hello yet, Stacy?
I'm multitasking, Matthew.
Okay, as long as you told our fans hello out there.
Getting stuff done.
Hold on, I need a calculator. Can you bring up your calculator on your phone for a second?
Stacy. You can tell our bowling fans what you saw today.
I don't.
Well, the mic's not on yet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought it wasn't on yet.
She turned it back on, Matt. Get with the program, man.
Okay.
Well, the pattern today was 43 feet, 28 mils, and like a 3-to-1. So it's a little more playable, but not completely. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted. It's a little more playable, a little tighter. There's going to be a lot more oil going down the lane. You're going to have to stay one step ahead of all the adjustments, which I did not. That's why I'm commentating right now, and I'm not bowling, guys. So learn from my mistakes.
So, for those of you at home, our bowlers are bowling on gold pins. They're a little bit heavier than your average pin. We use them for all major events.
You know what's weird? I think my carry's better on the gold pins, even though they're heavier.
Some people do. Some people absolutely do.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time to begin our first shootout of today's final. On the scratch side, to your left, we have number 4 seed Ryan Lang, number 5 seed Van Jones, and number 6 seed Amber Benson. Top scorer will advance to the second shootout. On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Evan Hawkins, getting his handicap of 55. We have Maggie Lawyer getting 60. And we have Gary Leonard Jr. getting 27. Okay, there's 4+ handicap. High score will move on to the second shootout. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our first round of finalists. All right. Liana, you're up. You give the play-by-play.
Ryan just went the washout or the 1, 2, 4, 10. He's looking to get at least 3, hopefully 4. Van Jones has just flushed the pocket for his first shot. Ryan's looking to get 3. He gets 4. Good conversion by him.
not enough.
Amber Benson up for her first shot. Looks pretty good. Kicks the 10. Sorry guys if you can't hear me, I'm not as loud as Matt.
Nobody's as loud as Matt.
That's true. Van Jones with the double.
I'm trying to be a good wife over here and help my husband out.
Ryan leaves the 4-pin. Pretty good shot. Where is Josh today?
Josh had his last golf match of the season today.
Oh, wow.
So you're stuck with me.
Ryan looking to convert, and he does. Amber Benson makes another good shot. Now both Van and Amber have a double. Ryan's looking for his first strike up on the right lane. Van with another good shot, 3 in a row. Ryan with his first strike of the match. Let's go over to the handicap side. Guys, I cannot see too well, but it looks like Gary Leonard Jr. has 2 marks in a row. He's working off of a strike. He's left the 1-2. Amber Benson has just struck for 3 in a row. Evan Hawkins up right now on lane 6. He goes in the gutter for his first shot of the third frame.
Gary's getting 27 pins. If I can see it right, it looks like Maggie's getting 60, and Evan gets 55 pins this match.
Evan spares for his third frame. That's the result he was looking for his first shot. And Van has missed his spare. Ryan Lang makes his 2-pin.
Earl, you're correct on that one.
Amber goes high, leaving the 3-pin. Gary Leonard Jr. has gone 3 on the right. And it looks like Maggie's making her spare. Van Jones leaves the bucket, 2, 4, 5, 8. On the handicap side, it looks like Junior converts his spare, as does Amber Benson. Evan Hawkins leaves the 6-8 and Van converts, the 6-10 and Van converts his bucket. Ryan throws another strike on the right lane, his second of the match. Evan gets 1. That's Amber with another strike, heading for a 279 pace. Maggie does not convert her spare, leaving her with 56 in the fourth. Van Jones leaks it a little wide. A lot wide. Ryan Lang with the double. Evan makes a pretty good shot, leaves the 7 pin. Van converts his spare. Maggie leaves just the head pin. And Evan was looking to convert his spare, but he does not, leaving him with 64 in the fifth. Maggie does not convert her spare, and that leaves her with 65 in the fifth. There's only a 1 pin difference between her and Evan, while Gary Leonard Jr. is working off of a strike in the fifth up right now, and he leaves the 10 pin going Jersey. Amber Benson went a little light, leaving only the 2 pin, I think, if my eyes are correct. And Van Jones leaves the 3 pin going a little high. Amber converts. Gary misses his spare, leaving him with 101 in the 6th, putting him ahead of everybody's scratch. But it looks like with everybody's handicap, it's a very tight match on the handicap side. Van misses his 3 pin, leaving him with 125 in the 7th. Evan has left the 1-3-5, but does not convert. I think that's the 1-3-5. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I didn't see that. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't really see that well. Amber leaves the 10 pin. Gary Leonard Jr. with the Jersey strike. Stacy, do you call it Jersey or Brooklyn?
I call it Jersey.
Evan Hawkins with the strike as well.
Jersey, Brooklyn, tomato, tomato. It all means the same. Somebody's going to tell me it doesn't, but... Oh! Maggie actually tripped. The late trip and got the strike.
Got the double, puts her ahead in that match. I think so. Yeah, it does. Van Jones looking to convert his 4 pin. He does. Ryan leaves the 3-6-10 going high. On the handicap side, our match is pretty close so far, but Maggie does have the advantage being on a double right now. Gary Leonard Jr. does not convert his spare, picking the 5 off of the 2-4-5. And Amber Benson misses right to leave the 1-2-4. Van Jones up on lane 3, gets the swisher. Maggie almost got the 3 out. That would have given her a triple, but she gets 9. Amber does not convert the 1, 2, 4. Gary Leonard Jr. gets 5, leaving the half a loaf. I don't know if that's what you call it, but I call it half a loaf. On 5. Because he got half of the pins up there.
I don't know, I do that a lot on a Tuesday.
Ryan leaves the 6 pin on lane 4, and Gary does not convert, leaving just the 5 pin. Amber leaves a very common spare today, the 2, 4, 5, and Gary Hawkins Jr. leaves the 4, 5, his ball running slightly out of steam. Maggie is up. Pocket shot, she leaves just the 5 pin. On the scratch side, the match is
Very close.
decently close, yeah. As is the handicap match.
Now Ryan is ahead by just 1 pin. Ryan can max for 214. Amber can max for 213.
Van gets the double going into the 10th.
He does. Ryan does not get the carry. So now Ryan can only max for 203. So
Ryan misses the 10 pin.
spare. So Ryan finishes with a 192. So
I can do math, which I really can't. I think Van needs the mark now.
I believe he does, and then Amber I think needs
Yes.
right?
Depending on what Van does right now.
Van was
On the handicap side, Gary finishes with 145, missing his spare in the 10th. That brings him at 172 with his handicap. Maggie finishes with 140, also missing her spare in the 10th, but that brings her to 200. Van Jones finishes with 205. That shuts Amber out as she can only max out at 203. On the handicap side, Evan finishes with 194, losing by just 6 pins to Maggie. Maggie Lawyer will be advancing to the next round as she has won the shootout. And it looks like Van Jones will be advancing as well. Amber does finish strong, finishing with a 193. both the handicap and the scratch matches actually finished really close.
They did.
They did. Even the handicap scratch scores itself. 145, 140, 139.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Time.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our first shootout for today's finals. Finishing in officially 6th in the scratch division, getting a $55 scholarship certificate goes to Ryan Lang. And our 5th place finisher in the scratch division, also getting a $55 scholarship certificate, goes to Amber Benson. On the handicap side, our 6th place finisher, getting a $55 scholarship, goes to Gary Leonard Jr. You're welcome. And our 5th place finisher in handicap, also getting a $55 scholarship, certificate, and award, goes to Evan Hawkins. All right, our winners will advance to the second shootout. Okay, so man, Cameron and Cat, are 5 and 6.
Exactly. They should get an event.
All right, 3 balls of practice on each lane.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Stacy, have you told our bowling fans about upcoming events on the schedule? Don't look at me that way. You're sitting here.
I'm trying to do stuff.
Okay, bowling fans, just a reminder that our upcoming events next Sunday will be our adult junior event. Sunday, September the 15th, will be at Chaco's Family Bowling Center for our first adult junior of the season, starting at 10 a.m. The following Sunday, September the 22nd, is our first 21 and under doubles event of the season. But most importantly for the female bowlers, that is also our first women's only tournament within the tournament. So your scores not only count for the doubles event, but then your scores would count for the singles women's tournament if you enter.
All for only
So
$20.
only for $20, correct. And that will be at Haja Rose Bowl in Allentown. So get your doubles partner now. And then on Sunday, September the 29th, we'll have our super match play singles event. We'll be at Bolero Easter Lanes in Reading, PA. So events every Sunday here for the month of September left. So make sure you come in. Make sure you come on out. Sign up in advance on pjbtbowlingseries.com. For the adult junior, starting next Sunday, you want to sign up by midnight tonight to get the discount on the entry fee. So make sure you do that. Okay, so all of our results on tournamentbowl.com should be updated through the first game of the finals. And now we are at game number 2. Game number 2. All right. Time to begin. Okay, bowling fans, it's time to begin our second shootout of today's finals. Both of our number 5 seeds from the first shootout advanced, so we have number seeds 2, 3, and 5 in each match. On the scratch side, to your right, we have Cameron Weger, Cameron Bennett, and Van Jones. The high scorer of this match will take on our tournament leader, Nick, for the title. On the handicap side, to your left, we have Josh Len, Riley White, and Maggie Lawyer, each getting their individual handicap. High score plus handicap advances to take on Stevie for the title. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our semifinals. Off we go. All right, so I guess I'll be doing some play-by-play here. Bowling fans, tell your friends that we are tuned in. This is the second shootout of today's finals. Handicap starts off first. Riley White gets a 7 count, and Maggie gets 6. Van Jones starts us off on the scratch side to your right, leaves a 4-pin. Cameron Wegert will step up next. Eight count for Riley, 6 count for Maggie. Van gets his spare, Cameron gets a strike. And Cameron Bennett gets a strike, so both of our Camerons in this match start with a strike. Josh Len leaves a 4-pin, so he's going to try to pick up his spare, which he does. Maggie steps up in the second, 3 count for her. Van goes a little bit wide on that shot, leaves a 1-2 spare, makeable spare. Okay, 10-pin for Cameron Wegert, so he'll try to start with 20 in the first. Jones back-to-back spares. Riley able to get a spare in the second, same for Maggie Lawyer. Josh Lane leaves a 10-pin. He picks up his spare. So 19 in the first for Josh Lane. 8 count for Maggie. She gets a pin to come out of nowhere and take out the head pin. So 2-4. Riley White up in the third, comes in light, washout, 1-2-4-10. Now Cameron Bennett up in the second on the scratch side, looking for the lead in the match. He leaves a 6-pin. Maggie picks up her spare. So bowling fans, tell everyone to tune in. Finals of major number 2 for the PJBT. Van Jones comes in high, leaves the 4-6-7. Riley gets 1, so she has 30 in the 31 in the third, 121 with her handicap. Josh comes in high, 3-6. Cameron picks up his spare and is tied for the lead at the moment and through 2 frames. Tell us who you're rooting for out there if you're watching in bowling land out there. Josh gets 1, so 46 in the third for him, 73 with the handicap. So we start the 4th frame on the handicap side. Maggie gets a 5 count. Big strike there for Cameron Weger. Back-to-back strikes on the right lane, gives him 40 in the third. Van Jones got 2 on the split, so 44 in the third for him. Riley got that one a little bit wide, but she's on an open, so no harm, no foul if she can pick up the spare. Maggie gets 3, so 47 in the 4th for her, 107 with her handicap. Much better shot for Riley, but she gets 9, so 40 in the 4th, 130 with the handicap. Cameron Bennett crosses over, leaves a 6-pin. So it looks like Cameron Wegert's going to have a 1-pin lead through 3 frames. Van makes a really good shot, leaves a 10-pin. Again, I'm sure you discussed a little bit the pattern today.
Yes, Liana did.
Liana mentioned pattern number 6 in our list of 10. It was a 43-foot pattern, I believe, today. Cameron Bennett picks up his spare and trails by just 1 pin. Josh picks up his spare. Same thing for Van Jones. So Van continues to look for his first strike of the match. Maggie picks up her spare. Cameron Weger goes light, 1-2-6-10. Interesting lead. 7 count for Riley. Josh Len with a strike in the 5th, so that's a big strike for him. Weger picks up the spare. So, big spare there for him as he converts the 1-2-6-10 by getting the ball right in between. And with Bennett leaving a 7 count, spare here from Bennett, it'll be a 4-pin lead for Cameron Weger. Bennett not able to convert. He gets 2, so 65 in the 4th for him. Couple of strikes there. Wenger with everybody with a strike in the 5th on the scratch side. We're entering the 7th frame. Josh Len with 2 strikes in the 5th and 6th. Let me go grab some awards. Stacy, can you keep up the play-by-play here for a second?
Sure. Cameron Wenger gets a double. Maggie Lawyer got 6. Riley White gets 8. Deja vu shot for her. She left the same split on the other side. Cameron Bennett got 8. He's looking to convert his spare. Maggie only able to get 2 on her second ball. Van Jones gets 9, leaves a solid 10. Josh Len gets 9. Cameron only was able to get 1. Dan Jones makes a spare. Josh Len makes a spare.
Yeah, so we're starting the foundation 9th frame on the handicap side already. Ooh, Maggie with a big strike there. Match really close, too, because Josh and Riley tied for the lead at the moment with 2 frames to go.
Josh can max at 225.
Wigger just got a late falling strike on lane 6.
I've seen a lot of that,
There's
actually.
And a big strike there for Josh Land in the 9th.
And Cameron Bennett.
And a good spare for Riley. So we've got quite a match here going into the 10th frame. Josh Len has the lead by 10, but it could go anybody's way. Scratch match starting the 8th frame. Van Jones with a strike, so Van can max out at 213. Cameron Bennett can also max out at 213.
But Cameron Wenger can... Is that 2? I think it's at 2.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, because I saw it go off on both sides by accident. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, the foul light went off on both sides. I seen it flickering on both sides, so we're just going to let that one. Riley finishes with 116. Riley finishes with 206 on the board. Maggie Lawyer leaves the 5-7. She gets 1, so 146. So she will get 206 also. Interestingly enough. So Josh Len just needs to keep the ball in the lane here.
To win.
How
about 9?
9. 9 will do it, and that's a winner. So Josh Len will advance to the title match. Based on the higher seeding, we're going to put White and then Lawyer. So Scratch Division's going down to the Foundation 9th frame. Cameron Wigert still in control of the match as he can shut both of his opponents out. Big shot here for Cameron Bennett. Cameron can strike here to make it 3 in a row and max out at 213. Max score for Cameron Wigert, 225. So he needs this one here, and he gets it. Big shot there for Cameron. Josh Len finishes with 204 scratch and a 231. Final score 231, 206, 206 on the handicap side. And
Van Jones gets a strike for the first ball on the 10th. Max out at 181. Cameron can max at 225. He gets 9. And gets a
so
double.
Cameron Wigert needs to get a spare here and a strike to win the match. That shuts both of his opponents out. Spare, barely, spare. I don't think that's the way he drew it up. But now he needs a strike. Strike shuts his opponents out, as Van Jones will be the low score of the 3.
Yeah, she gets to eat tonight.
So Van Jones finishes with 3 strikes and 181. Now it's going to come down to he needs a strike here to win. He gets 9. So 213 for Cameron Wigert. So max score, Cameron Bennett needs to get 3 strikes to tie. 3 strikes to tie.
I mean, Cameron Bennett needs 3 strikes to tie.
Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it?
No.
Okay, well, that's what I meant. And he gets the first shot wide. Cameron Wigert will advance. All right, so Cameron Wigert will advance to the title match. So let me get the scores in here. Wigert 213. Van Jones 181. Cameron Bennett will be 190 with a strike. And Stacy, that'll set up our title match for today's PJBT. Good finish. So 213, 190, 181 final scores on the scratch side.
So that advances Cameron Weger to the title match in scratch. And on the handicap side, that advances Josh Len.
What's going on? I don't know.
Okay. Time to give out some awards for our semifinalists, and we'll head to the finals.
Don't trip.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches for today. The second shootout, officially finishing in fourth place in the scratch division, receiving an $80 scholarship certificate, and the fourth place award goes to Van Jones. And our third place finisher in the handicap, or third place finisher in the scratch division, also receiving an $80 scholarship certificate and award, goes to Cameron Bennett. All right, on to the handicap division. Our fourth place finisher getting an $80 scholarship certificate and award goes to Maggie Moyer. And our third place finisher in the handicap division, also receiving an $80 scholarship certificate and award, goes to Riley White.
Great job.
All right, on to our title matches for today. All right.
Okay, bowling fans, we're going to begin our title match very soon. If you would like to also follow the scores, you can go to tournamentbowl.com, our new page, to update the results after each squad. We just finished Scratch and Handicap Finals Game 2. And now we are up to the Scratch Final Game and Handicap Final Game. So, I want to thank Jeff and tournamentbowl.com for helping us out again today. Everything went, I think, a little smoother today than the first go around, but everything went very well with our match. All right, time to begin our title matches. Okay, while we're waiting, Stevie, your Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our title matches for the second major of the BJBT season. Today here at ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg, sponsored by Brunswick Incorporated. All right, on the scratch side, we have our top seed, Nick Tremler, taking on number 2 seed, Cameron Weger. Nick has elected to have Cameron start the match on lane 3. On the handicap side, we have top seed, Stevie Newton, taking on number 2 seed, Josh Glenn. Stevie has elected to have Josh start the match on lane 5. All right, handicaps are in. High score takes home the title. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our finalists for today. Finish on the left. Okay, off we go. So both of our, you're on the left. There it is. So Josh starts us off on the handicap side. Both of our lower seeds, the second seeds, were chosen to start the match. So Josh leaves the 3-6. He'll try to pick up his spare. Cameron comes in high, 3, 6, 7, 10. Josh picks up his spare.
First shot for Stevie Newton, our tournament leader on handicap. She gets 9, leaving the 6 pin. Cameron gets 2, so he'll start with 8 in the first. I want to point out Nick Trentler was not our tournament leader, I believe after game number 8. He only took the lead of the tournament in the 9th and final game of qualifying, which was the 3rd game of match play, by shooting 289, our high game of the day. And that moved him into the tournament lead. First shot comes in a little bit light, 2, 4, 8, 7 count. So he'll look to pick up the spare. Meanwhile, Stevie Newton picked up her spare for the first shot of the title match. Frame number 2, she gets it wide. Gets a 3 count. Looked like she got a little bit ahead of that one with her feet. Nick picks up his spare. Very early lead in the title match. Stevie tries to pick up the spare. She gets all but 1, so she'll have 22 in the second, 81 with her handicap. Trentler in the second. Comes in light one more time, leaves the 2, 4, 5. Josh Lane with a strike. So Josh Lane gets a strike in the second. 20 in the first for him. Trentler picks up the spare. Back-to-back spares to start the match. Again, this is our title match. We started with 53 bowlers today. 27 in the scratch side, 26 on the handicap side. We cut the field to the top 12 after 6 games. And then 3 games of match play to cut the field to the top 6. You saw bowling here. Josh Len with another strike. So back-to-back strikes. He's got a double. Frame 2 for Cameron Wager. Comes in just a little bit light. Leaves a 2 pin. Seems to be leaves the 2-8 rather. 8 count for Stevie Newton. Cameron picks up the spare. So on early with the open, he trails by 9. Stevie picks up her spare. So Stevie's still looking for her first strike of the match. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Stacy.
I'm cold and tired, and this is horrible. Yes.
But it's exciting bowling out here. That's what's important. Cameron crosses over, leaves a 5 pin, so he's still looking for his first strike. Stevie goes wide, 7 count, 1, 2, 4. Again, the PBA gold pins in for the finals today. Those pins are a little bit heavier than your average bowling pin. Wager picks up his spare, so 27 in the second for him. Stevie, she gets 2, so a tough miss there. 48 in the fourth, 107 with her handicap. Big strike there for Nick Trentler. Messenger takes out the 10. And good shot for Josh. Leaves a 5-pin. Came in a little light. Had a chance. So if he can pick up this spare, he's even the board with the handicap. 4 frames in. Josh not able to convert his spare, so 77 in the 4th, 104 with his handicap, so now he trails the match by 3. Trentler up here in the 4th. Big strike there. So after going light for the first 2, he buries the next 2. Josh comes up high, 6-10. So he'll try to pick up his spare. Cameron Weger comes in light, 2-10. So he'll try to pick that up. Josh picks up his spare. Big spare there for Cameron Wegert as he converts the 210 split. So 45 in the 4th for him. 45 in the 3rd, I should say, with the spare working now. Stevie leaves the washout, 1-2-4-10. Weger trips out the 4, gets his first strike of the match. Stevie gets 3, so 57 in the 5th for her, 116 with the handicap. With that open, she now trails in the match a little bit. Stevie gets that one inside target. She gets a 3 count. So she'll try to convert her spare. Meanwhile, Nick Trentler on a double. Nice shot there. Nice light mixer. Ball just finished enough at the back end. Get good reaction. 3 in a row for Nick. An additional 5 for Stevie. So 65 in the 6th, 124 with her handicap. So right now, Josh has a chance to take the lead here in the match with Stevie having 3 straight opens. Josh gets a crossover strike. So I got that one inside a target, but was able to cross over and get the break. 97 in the 5th, 134 with the handicap. Nick Trentler with a big strike there in the 6th. So 4 in a row for Nick. Josh gets that one inside target again. Crosses over, leaves the 3-pin. So he's fortunate to leave a makeable spare. Important shot here for Cameron as he only has 1 strike in 5 frames. But if he could get a double here, he could run with Nick. Great shot there. Best shot of the match. Double for Cameron. Josh picks up his spare. comes in high, 3-6-7. She's struggling to get something that's makeable. Still looking for her first strike of this title match. Cameron comes in high and leaves 3-4-6-7-10. Ooh, Stevie with a good shot. Picks up the 3-6-7 spare. That's a big shot for her. That could turn the match around. Five count here for Cameron. He already converted one split in this match. This would be another awesome conversion if he could make it. Not able to convert, gets 3. So he'll put up 116 in the 7th, so he can only max out at 206. So right now, Trentler in the driver's seat, still on about a 240 pace. Meanwhile, Stevie Newton gets her first strike of the match. So she has a strike in the 8th. Big shot there for Nick. 5 in a row for him. Josh comes in light, 5 count. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. That could be a tricky spare. So the handicap match really tight as we get into the late frames here. Josh able to pick up his spare. And a big strike again. 6 in a row for Nick Trentler. He basically has to just keep the ball in the lane and he will be our scratch division champion. Handicap side, undecided yet. Josh Lane with a strike in the 9th, so big shot there for him. Cameron with a strike. Unfortunately, just ran into a buzzsaw here as Nick, first 2 shots were wide, and after that, he was dialed in. 7 count for Stevie in the foundation 9th. So she could spare, strike out for 150-some scratch, which would give her about 210 with her handicap. Josh needs to be in the 180s to have a shot to spare. Cameron with a strike. Left lane gave him some trouble in this match, 2 splits. Ooh, solid 8-pin. Solid 8, but didn't need it. Nick Trentler, your scratch division champion. Stevie comes in high, 3-6-10. So the handicap match not decided yet. Stevie Newton finishes with 140 scratch, 190 with her handicap. 199 with her handicap, yep. So Josh needs to keep the ball in the lane here, and he'll take home the title.
Gains 11 pins.
Whoa. 3, 4, 10, but he didn't need them all, as that's enough. And Josh Len will be our handicap division champion. Trentler with 243. Josh makes it. So just for good measure, and he already got the title, he's going to show off a little bit with a split conversion. Final score, no, we have one more shot yet on the scratch side.
And on the handicap.
Strike. Josh Lane wins the title match, 219 to 199 with the handicap. Final score on the scratch side, 243 to 195. Trentler over Cameron Weggert. Okay. All right, so we're going to give out some final awards, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Don't forget, once again, to tune in next Sunday. We'll have the finals of the adult junior event. We'll be at Chaco's Family Bowling Center in Wilkes-Barre. But for now, it's time to give out some final awards.
Great tournament again, dude.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes today's BJBT here at ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg, sponsored by Brunswick. Our runner-up finisher in the scratch division, receiving a $150 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Cameron Weger.